Let's get one thing straight: if you lived in a pristine world, supplements wouldn't be necessary. Imagine hunting wild food, drinking pure mountain water, breathing unpolluted air, waking with the sun, and going to bed without screens, deadlines, or traffic noise. If that's your life, congrats, you're basically a unicorn. And no, you don't need supplements. But for the rest of us, reality hits different. Modern life is messy. Our food is industrialized. Our soil has been overfarmed. Our water is filtered, yes, but also laced with trace chemicals. We breathe city smog, spend most of our days under artificial light, and often run on stress and caffeine. All of this creates a nutrient demand our food alone can't meet, even if you're eating clean. Here's the kicker: even the best whole foods diet isn't perfect. And that's not your fault. It's the system. Industrial agriculture has drained our crops of vitamins and minerals. That organic apple? It's healthier than a processed snack, sure, but it's still not as nutrient-rich as the apples your grandparents ate. Add in the fact that most people aren't even eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, let alone the 10 to 18 servings our bodies might actually need, and you see the problem. Nutrient gaps are everywhere, even in people who think they're doing it right. And let's not forget about chronic stress. Whether it's your job, your inbox, or the constant buzz of bad news, stress burns through nutrients fast, especially magnesium, B vitamins, and vitamin C. And caffeine? It drains them even faster. The same goes for alcohol and sugar. That's why supplementation isn't about replacing food. It's about filling in the gaps. It's about giving your body what it needs to thrive, not just survive. And here's where the science gets exciting. Studies show that certain supplements, when taken thoughtfully, can do more than just patch up deficiencies. They can actually support longevity, brain function, immune resilience, and metabolic health. But the key word here is thoughtfully. Because throwing back a handful of random pills every morning without knowing what your body needs? That's not health, that's gambling. So if you're serious about taking charge of your well-being, testing matters. Whether it's blood work through a functional health panel or a personalized assessment with your doctor, the goal is to understand your unique biology. Only then can supplements truly become a tool for optimization, not just a backup plan for a bad diet. In short, supplements aren't magic. But in today's world, they might just be necessary. Let's talk specifics now. Because while every person is different, there are certain nutrients that most people across the board tend to fall short on. These are the low-hanging fruit, and getting them right can make a massive difference in how you feel, think, and age. First up is omega-3. You've probably heard this one 100 times, but here's why it actually matters. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, play a huge role in reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and maintaining brain function. But here's the catch: most people aren't getting enough. And unless you're eating fatty fish like salmon or sardines multiple times a week, chances are you aren't either. Supplementing with a high-quality algae-based omega-3 is one of the easiest wins out there, especially for people who don't eat animal products. Then there's vitamin D. This one's huge. It's not just about bones. Vitamin D impacts immune health, mood, energy, even sleep. And yet, deficiency is extremely common. You might live in a sunny place and still be low, especially if you're indoors a lot, wear sunscreen, or have darker skin. The only way to know for sure is to test. But if you're not supplementing and you're not outside much, the odds are pretty high that you're running low. Magnesium is another big one. It's involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, from calming the nervous system to regulating blood sugar and muscle function. And just like vitamin D, it gets depleted by stress, caffeine, and poor diet. Magnesium glycinate is great for sleep and stress, while magnesium citrate can help with digestion. Most people could benefit from one or the other, or both. Let's not forget B vitamins. These are essential for energy production, brain function, and mood regulation. Low B12 in particular can cause fatigue, brain fog, even anxiety. If you're plant-based or over age 50, it's worth checking your levels and supplementing if needed. And folate? Crucial, but make sure it's methylated folate, not synthetic folic acid, especially if you have the MTHFR gene variant, which a surprising number of people do. Now, you might be thinking, Do I really need to take all of these? And the honest answer is maybe, but probably not forever and not blindly. The point isn't to load up on pills. It's to cover the gaps that matter most in the simplest way possible. Start with testing if you can. If not, start with the basics: omega-3, vitamin D, magnesium, and a B complex. Those four alone cover a huge portion of the population's common deficiencies, and the difference they can make is often felt within days or weeks. Supplements shouldn't be overwhelming. They should be targeted, strategic, and easy to stick to. When done right, they're not a chore, they're a foundation.